Hi, this is Chris from UK Tool Reviews, and today I'm going to be talking about our big shed build. Now, all the way through this build I'm going to be tweeting with the hashtag big shed build, so you can keep track of my progress. I'm going to be doing it sort of as I go, and if I mess up or if I do something good, it'll all be on camera and you'll see it. So, excuse the real crap pictures, I'm not very good at drawing. This is my basic plan. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a shed on my own, from scratch, from the ground up, and what I want to do is this shed's going to be insulated and things like that, so I can use it as a workshop, studio, and somewhere where I can store extra things from the house, so it won't go mouldy and all this sort of stuff. My tools won't go rusty. So I'm trying to put quite a lot into it, so I'm putting a bit of money at it. I budgeted for around 900 quid. All the frames are going to be sort of 2x2s, the floor is 2x6, and it's overall going to be sort of like an 8x12 shed, which sort of in metre terms, in metric, it's 2.4 metres by 3.6 metres. And that's how I shall go on it. I won't go in feet, I'll just do it I won't do it in imperial, it'll all be in metric, so everyone can understand. Now, that is a real crap picture, but that's basically what I'm after. And it's all going to be done by my fair hand. I'm trying not to actually get any assistance whatsoever. But some of these roof panels and that might be very, very heavy, and it might be a bit dangerous doing it on my own, so I might have to ask for some assistance there. But everything else I'm going to be trying to do on my own without any help. I've got no experience in shed building, as you may find out soon. I'm giving it a good guess, and that's it really. I've never done this before, I've never even built a flat pack shed. So this is it, this is it. So what I'm trying to make it look like is it's going to be a 2.4 by 3.6, 2.1 height there, and then you'll have the roof on top. I'm going to go for an apex roof, so it should look a little bit like this or this. Now I've done a little sort of drawing there, so I've made the decision I'm going to move the door over to the left hand side, and then the right hand side I can use for the sort of a worktop that runs all the way down the length of it, so I've got a real big sort of working space. I've allowed for about 6 inches overlap. Right, yeah, so this is what it's going to look like. I've allowed for like 6 inches, 15 centimetre overhang all the way round. Obviously then that should stop a bit of water ingress coming in under the roof there, and I can put vents on it and things for a bit of ventilation to stop any sort of mould and mildew carrying on. So you see there it's sort of overhanging a little bit. What I've decided on with the base is something that looks a bit like this. So what my ideas are, it's going to be 2.4 by 3.6. The wood all going across there, that's going to be one whole 3.6, and these are going to be 4.8 lengths cut into halves and put across there. But what you got to remember is, obviously, because it's 2.4 overall width, I'm going to need to chop these down a little bit to take into account the thickness of the 3.6s. And obviously there's going to be a gap here which is going to be 16 inch on centre. I think it might be about 40 centimetres or something, but these are just the rough measurements I put down. So I'm going to get those going across for strength, obviously for the floor. I'm going to have blocks on each corner, and I'm going to try and put some blocks under these to make it a little bit more rigid. I did have an idea after I've drawn this that I'm going to put some going through the middle here, like one beam going through the middle, and then hopefully that'll stop it from sagging a little bit, give it a bit of extra strength. So that's the base. Oh, the wood size for the frame, there for the shed base, I'm doing it all in 47 by 150mm wood, and that equates to about 2x6 in Albany. As I said before, I'm going to be doing an apex roof, so I've got no experience in any of this. I know there's tools where you can calculate angles and all that sort of rubbish. I ain't going to bother with that. I'm just going to do it on the fly, like, you know. So what my idea is, I'm going to be doing this roof. It's going to have 5 sort of trusses, triangular sort of trusses there going through. You have 2 end gables and then 3 in the middle. I want the apex to go up by about ½ a metre, and then I'm going to sort of go up each side, which I reckon is going to be about 130 metres, but I'm going to sort of use the base of the shed to help me with all these measurements and things. So I'll sort of rig up a jig so I can make all 5 exactly the same. And then I'm obviously going to be adding 15 centimetres on the ends for the overhangs each way, so this way and that way for the roofing, because I'm going to put OSB on the top as the actual roof. So I got the frame in 2x2, and I'm going to put the OSB on there, and then put shed felt over the top to waterproof it all. Overhang it a little bit on the bottom so you can fold it up and it can all look nice and neat and things like that. Now the roof panels, they'll be coming, they're 220 by 440. The total area per thing is 2.98 metres squared. So what I've done, I've figured out there, I've done a few calculations to find out exactly how much roof area I'm going to have. I worked out to be, let's have a look, with a 15 centimetre overlap all the way around, it's going to be about 11.90 metres squared. With the actual roof panels all together, but the actual shed itself will only need 11.31 metres squared. There's not much room to make any errors there, you know. What I need is 11.31 and I've only got 11.90 coming. So that's that. Now on the inside, I'm going to be putting tin foil sort of style insulation around there and in the roof. That is going to be free because I'm going to nick it from my loft. I've got loads in my loft there, so I'm going to just take it down, I'm going to use it in there. And then I'm going to line it with MDF. I'm going to put a worktop all the way down the side there, so the door going to be on the right, like I said in that first sheet. Light switch by the door, electric distribution box there, so I can have the added protection of having fuses in there. Make sure that if anything does happen, it's all going to trip out there by RCD. 3 plug sockets there. I'm going to put a couple of lights above there, maybe sort of fluorescent or even LEDs. I don't know. And I've got a couple of things that I need to get still. I need to get the capping for the corners, hinges and locks for the door, electrical items like lights, sockets and things like that. Windows and doors, need to decide on finally what I'm going to do. Flashing for the windows, if I'm going to put sort of like double glazed windows or aluminiums or whatever, I'm going to need to get the old flashing stuff there to make sure it seals nicely. Heavy plastic sheeting or sort of canvas to put over the top of the frame after I've, the base. So after I've made the base I can cover it, or when I'm halfway through building I can use the canvas to put over the top to waterproof everything. And the old insulation foil which is upstairs in the loft, so I need to go and get that down. So that is it for my big shed build. So if you look on Twitter, hashtag big shed build, you'll find all my tweets about my progress. I don't think anyone else is using the hashtag or has used it, so any tweets you see, it'll be mine. What I'm going to do is a little bit more unique than other people's attempts at these videos. What I'm actually going to do is every video I do, I'm going to be sticking a list of things like timber and all that sort of stuff that I've bought, the exact quantities. I'll put the part numbers and everything, because I've been using Wix. I found they're the cheapest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link to Wix, all the part numbers down there, all the quantities and description, and you can just go straight to their website, cut and paste all these part numbers and everything and quantities. And if you want to build the exact shed that I've done, if it works, it may not work. If it does work and it's all okay, then you can order it all, and then basically if I've over ordered or under ordered, I can up it or down it, however we need to do it. So basically when you are doing your ordering, you're going to get exactly what you need for a 12x8 shed, or a 2.4 by 3.6 metre shed. So all that's going to be that. I'm going to be doing it on my own. I've got no experience. It could be a massive flop, but it could be my finest hour or hours. It's probably going to take me a few days. I'm working around a full-time job, so when I'm saying day one, day two, it's sort of actual days, not the amount of work I put into it, because it could. I'm going to tot it up to tell you how long it actually took me, but if I'm on day two, the first day I may have only done half an hour's work, if you get my meaning there. So if you like what you see and you enjoy this series, feel free to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. If you subscribe to my channel, as soon as I upload a video, you'll be notified. Then you can see the next instalment of this epic journey. So I've got Facebook accounts and I've got Twitter accounts. Look for UK tool reviews on everything, and see you soon.